Hello dear students, welcome to a new geometry lesson, and today we'll be having a general exercise on slopes and equation of straight lines. The first exercise is to choose the correct answer. So here in question 1, the question says the straight line whose equation is 2x minus 3y minus 6 equals 0 intercepts from the y-axis a part of length what? So here we need to find the y-intercept. In order to find the y-intercept, we replace the x value by 0, so 2 times 0 minus 3y minus 6 equals 0, then minus 3y is equal to 6, so the y value in this case is negative 2. So the correct answer here in question 1 is choice B. In question 2, the question says, if the two straight lines 3x minus 4y minus 3 equals 0 and kx plus 3y minus 8 equals 0 are perpendicular, then what is the value of k? So, in this one, we're going to find the slope of the first line, m1 equals negative coefficient of x over the coefficient of y, which is 3 over 4, and slope 2 is negative coefficient of x, which is k, over coefficient of y, which is 3. You know that since the lines are perpendicular, then m1 times m2 equals negative 1. So in this case, 3 over 4 times negative k over 3 equals negative 1. Then if you cross out the 3's together, negative k over 4 is negative 1. Then negative k equals negative 4, so k equals 4. So in question 2, the right choice is choice D. Question 3, if the two straight lines x plus y equal 5 and kx plus 2y equals 0 are parallel, then what is the value of k? As long as the lines are parallel, then the two slopes are equal to each other. So the slope of the first line is negative coefficient of x over coefficient of y, so it's negative 1, and the slope of the second line is negative k over 2, then negative k over 2 is equal to negative 1, so k equals 2. Then here in this case, the right choice of question 3 is choice D. Question 4, if A, B, and C are the vertices of a right triangle at C, then what is the value of H? For sure here, in order to form a right angle triangle, then the value of H will be 0. So here, the right choice of question 4 is A. In question 5, the straight line which passes through the 2 points 0, 0 and 2, 5 is parallel to the straight line whose slope is equal to what? For sure, the slopes of parallel lines are equal, then we get the slope of the first line by using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which will be 5 over 2. Then the slope of its parallel line is the same, so the right choice in question 5 is choice A. Question 6, if the straight line L is perpendicular to the straight line passing through the 2 points 3, negative 1 and 0, negative 2, then what is the slope of L? Let's now find the slope of the line passing by the 2 points, which will be m equals negative 2 minus negative 1 over 0 minus 3, which is equal to 1 over 3. Then the slope of line L, remember that the lines are perpendicular to each other, so the slope of line L is the negative reciprocal, so slope of line L is negative 3. So the right choice of question 6 is choice D. Let's now move to another type of question, which is the type of the questions that they're asking us to prove. So in question 2, it says, prove that the straight line which passes through the 2 points 3, negative 2, 6, 1 is parallel to the straight line which makes an angle of measure 45 degrees with the positive direction of the x-axis. We know that the slope is equal to tan the angle, so we need to find the slope of the line that passes by the 2 points. So the slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is equal to 1. And as we said, that we know that the slope equals tan theta, then tan 45 is equal to 1. As you can see here, from 1 and 2, that the two slopes are equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. So we can write as, since the two slopes are equal to 1, then the two lines are parallel. Let me now remind you by something. While we're having the exercise, please, once you see the questions, pause the video, try to answer it yourself, and then play the video again to check the solution that you have. In question 3, if the points A, B, C, and D are given with their coordinates in front of you, the first question is asking us to prove that BA is parallel to CD and they are equal in length. Take care that in this question, the question wants you to prove two things. The first one, that the lines are parallel. The second one, that the lines are equal in length. So let's do the first part. In question 1, parallel lines means that they have the same slope. So let's find first the slope of AB. Slope of AB is 4 minus 0 over negative 1 minus 1. That will be equal to negative 2. And the slope of CD is equal to 4 minus 8 over 9 minus 7, which is equal to negative 2. As you can see, that slope of AB is equal to the slope of CD, then AB is parallel to CD. The second part of question 1 is asking you to prove that they're equal in length. So here, you need to find the length of AB by using the distance formula. 1 minus negative 1 all squared plus 0 minus 4 all squared, which is equal to 2 square root of 5, and the length of CD, we get it by square root of 7 minus 9 all squared plus 8 minus 4 all squared, which will be equal to 2 square root of 5. Then this proves that AB is equal to CD in length, and each of them, its length is 2 square root of 5. Let's now go and check for question 2. Question 2 says, prove that the measure of angle ABC is 90 degrees. How to prove that a certain angle is 90? To prove that an angle is 90 degrees, this means that the two sides of this angles are perpendicular to each other. So if we say angle ABC, then we need to prove that AB is perpendicular to BC. To prove this, we can find the slope of line AB, which is equal to 4 minus 0 over negative 1 minus 1. This is equal to negative 2. And the slope of BC equals 8 minus 4 over 7 minus negative 1, and this is equal to half. Then, to prove that they're perpendicular to each other, you can say that slope of AB times the slope of BC, which is negative 2 times half, is equal to negative 1. Then AB is perpendicular to BC, which proves that the measure of angle ABC is 90 degrees. In part number 3 in this question, the question wants us to find the equation of the straight line which passes through the 2 points A and C. In order to find the equation of a straight line, first of all, let's find the slope of line AC. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here the slope is 4 over 3. Let's pick any of the points A or C in order to find the y-intercept. So for example, I will choose point A, which is 1 and 0. You know that the equation is y equals mx plus c. So we replace the x by 1, the y by 0. So y equals m, which is the 4 over 3 times 1 plus c. In this case, c equals negative 4 over 3. Don't forget to write the equation of the line. So y equals m, which is 4 over 3 x minus 4 over 3. Example number 4. Find the equation of the straight line which passes through the point 3, 5 and intercepts a part of the positive direction of x-axis of length 4 units. So here we have 2 points. The first point is 3, 5, and the other point we have x-intercept, which is 4 and 0, because when we have an x-intercept, the y value is 0. Let's now find the slope. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this case, the slope is negative 5. In order to find the value of c, we pick any of the points. For example, I will pick this point as x and y. So replace the y by 0 equals mx plus c. Then c equals 20. So to write the equation of the straight line, y equals, you put the m value, and here's the x plus the 20, which is the c. So y equals minus 5x plus 20 is the equation of the straight line. Let's move on to example 5. Find the equation of line of symmetry of xy, where x has coordinates 3 and negative 2, and y has coordinates negative 5 and 6. To find the line of symmetry, it's a vertical line that passes by the midpoint. So first of all, what we have to get first is the midpoint of xy. So to find the midpoint of xy, so the midpoint of xy is we get the x's plus each other over 2 and the y plus each other over 2. In this case, the midpoint will be -1 and 2. As I just told you, the equation of line of symmetry, it's a vertical line that passes by this value of x. So the equation of line of symmetry is x equals -1. Question number 6 says, find the slope and the intercepted part of y-axis of the straight line whose equation is x over 2 plus y over 3 equals 1. You can now here multiply this equation by 6 in order to get rid of the denominators. So it will be 3x plus 2y equal 6. In order to find the slope is negative coefficient of x, which is -3, over the coefficient of y, which is 3. How to find the y-intercept? We replace x by 0 and we find the value of y. So to find the y-intercept, 3 times 0 plus 2y equals 6. Then 2y is 6, so y equals 3. So the y-intercept is 3. In question 7, the question says, find the equation of the straight line which passes through the point 1 and 6 and the midpoint of AB, where A has coordinates 1 and -2 and B has coordinates 3 and -4. So the question wants me to find the equation of the line that passes by the 2 points 1, 6 and the midpoint of AB. Then I need first to find the midpoint of AB. So to find the midpoint of AB, it is 3 plus 1 over 2 and -4 plus -2 over 2. So the midpoint of AB has coordinates 2 and -3. To find the equation of the line, the 2 points that you have now are 1, 6 and 2, -3. So the slope of this line is -3 minus 6 over 2 minus 1, which is equal to -9. You can pick any of these 2 points to find the value of C. Let's, for example, pick this point as x and y. So to find C, we replace the x by 1 and the y by 6. You know that the equation is y equals mx plus c. Then 6 equals m, which is the -9 times 1 plus c. So c equals 15. So now we have m and c. Then the equation of the line is y equals -9x plus 15. By finishing this question, we came to the end of our session today. Thank you very much, dear students, and wishing you best of luck.